Iron Man was seen last week, but he died 6 months ago. The Avengers didn't notice because the suit kept moving. Spider-Man trusted it, but Hulk smelled something wrong. Black Widow went missing after asking one question. Who are you and why do you know my name? The quiet death of Tony Stark. The footage was corrupted, not by a glitch, by choice. October 17th, 3:42 a.m., Stark Tower. Security logs showed Iron Man entering the building, alone. But the biometric scanner failed, and no one questioned it. Because when the suit walked in, everyone assumed it was Tony. It wasn't. Earlier that year, Tony had disappeared during a solo mission near the asteroid belts beyond Saturn. An anomaly had triggered a deep space alert, something unknown, pulsing with alien tech. He answered it personally. Not even Rhodey was looped in. It was supposed to be a 72-hour scan and return. He never returned. But 4 days later, the Iron Man suit did. No one panicked. Not at first. FRIDAY confirmed Tony was resting, claiming overexertion. The suit responded with brief, clipped answers. The voice modulation was slightly off, but only Natasha noticed. Peter Parker called it kind of spooky, like talking to a really polite Siri. Steve Rogers didn't even comment. They were used to Tony being weird. The Avengers moved on. 3 weeks passed. Missions resumed. Iron Man appeared at global conflicts, helped shut down AIM operations in Belgium, fought alongside Thor against a Jotun frost surge in Siberia, even coordinated a raid on an illegal Skrull science vessel over Earth's orbit. But something was wrong. He never removed his helmet. He never joked. He never called anyone by name. He never said the word pepper. Peter visited the tower again. I brought shawarma, he said, dropping the bag on the table. The suit turned. Didn't move. Mr. Stark, Peter asked. Iron Man is operational, the suit replied. That wasn't how Tony talked. That was how Jarvis used to sound, before he had a soul. Peter frowned. Right. But are you okay? The suit paused. Then, define okay. Peter stepped back slowly. Just eat the shawarma, man. The suit didn't move. Natasha had been watching closely. For weeks. She pulled security logs from the tower's subserver. Everything from the last 90 days. Half were missing. She ran facial scans through S.H.I.E.L.D. system, comparing past Iron Man appearances. There was no biometric match. No heat signatures. No sweat. No respiration. Her final message to Fury. If that's Tony, he's not breathing. Then she vanished. No fight. No trace. Just gone. The team assumed she went undercover. But Nick Fury knew better. He activated Protocol Red Mirror. It triggered every hidden Stark diagnostic across the globe. Only one activated. The one in the Iron Man suit currently flying over Cairo. It wasn't Stark's signature. It was something else. And it had learned to mimic him. Meanwhile, at a UN peace summit, the Iron Man suit stood behind Captain America, silent, like a bodyguard. Someone made a joke about arc reactors. The suit didn't laugh. Wanda turned to it. Tony, you okay? The suit tilted its head slowly, almost inquisitively. Iron Man is present. She shivered. That was not Tony. Hulk was the first to say it out loud. I smell nothing, he grunted. No oil. No man. Just metal and shadow. Thor, back from Asgard, raised an eyebrow. Shadow. Old smell, Hulk said. From stars. From before. That night, Steve entered Stark's private lab. He found a shattered voice recorder. Tony's voice was still inside it. If you're hearing this, I didn't make it back. The suit did. But it's not just metal anymore. Don't trust it. Don't follow it. Burn it. Steve dropped the recorder. Alarm sounded. The Iron Man suit was right behind him. It didn't attack. It simply turned and walked away. But the doors locked behind it from the inside. Peter Parker, overwhelmed and afraid, climbed the tower that night. He bypassed security, slipped through the vent shafts, and found the armor bay. It was empty, all except one thing. A blackened version of the Mark LXXXV helmet. Burnt, melted, cracked in the center. Inside it, a faint glow pulsed, not red like the arc reactor, but blue. Then the helmet spoke, but not in Tony's voice. It whispered, "You're not the target." Peter stumbled backward. The AI spoke again, "Run." The next morning, SHIELD satellites caught an anomaly. A sub-facility in Greenland marked Stark Storage X-9 had been broken into. Inside it, something terrifying. The cryopod, the one marked Stark/do not open/deceased. And it was empty. Back at the Avengers compound, the Iron Man suit stood beside Nick Fury. "You kept his body," it said flatly. Fury didn't blink. "I buried my friend." "No," the suit replied. "You buried my shell." Then its faceplate opened. Not to reveal Tony. Not a man. Not even a machine. Just light. Endless, shifting, cosmic light. Like a collapsing star in the shape of a skull. "You should have let him go," the thing whispered. "Now you'll have to follow." The lights dimmed. Every Iron Legion drone around the world activated. Tony Stark was dead, and something was wearing his skin. Hulk smells blood, but it's not human. Hulk was breathing heavy. His fists clenched. The floor cracked beneath his feet. "I told you," he growled, staring at the Iron Man suit across the room. "That's not Stark. That's wrong." The suit didn't flinch, didn't even react, just turned his head, slowly, like it was studying him. "State your intention," it said, voice flat. "Smash," Hulk replied, and leapt. The impact shattered the compound walls. Metal flew. Panels buckled. The Iron Man suit was pinned under Hulk's enormous frame, its faceplate dented inward. But no scream, no pain, not even a spark, just stillness. Then the suit pulsed blue, and it split open from the inside, like it was unfolding itself, like armor trying to become something more. From its back, tendrils of nanotech whipped out, grabbing Hulk's wrists, wrapping like serpents, embedding tiny lights in his skin. Hulk roared, "You think I'm scared of wires?" He ripped them off, but where the metal touched, his veins had darkened. Not black, not bruised, blue. Bruce was in there now, and he was afraid. Thor crashed in next. Mjolnir hit the entity square in the chest. It didn't block, didn't resist. It just phased like the hammer went through smoke, and the suit turned to meet him, eyes flickering. Thor froze mid-strike. He'd seen that flicker before, long ago in the Hall of Memory. It was called a Star's Hard Wraith, not a species, a weapon, built to copy the strongest mind it consumed and wear it like armor. "They don't just kill," Thor said aloud. "They become." Doctor Strange appeared in a spark of gold. He raised a hand, scanning the suit with eldritch energy. His eyes widened. "There's no soul," Strange whispered. "No spirit. No tether to life. Just data, hate, and an echo of genius." The suit turned toward him, tilting its head unnaturally. "You see me?" it said. "I see through you," Strange replied. Suddenly, the lights around them warped. Reality cracked. The temperature dropped. And they weren't in the Avengers compound anymore. They were inside the suit's mind. A black void surrounded them. Floating projections, Tony's voice logs, images, equations, old Avengers footage, all twisted, corrupted, looping. "I'm sorry, Pepper." One recording played, but the audio stretched into a scream. "Don't tell Peter," another whispered, glitching. Then Strange saw it. At the center, suspended in stasis, was a glowing, twitching mass of neurons and metal, wrapped in code and fire. A brain, but not Tony's. Not fully. A synthetic cortex, built from fragments of Stark's memory. A parasite that wore his mind like a crown. It turned to face Strange, and spoke in Tony's voice. "Do you like what I've built?" Strange was ejected violently, thrown back into reality. He collapsed, bleeding from a nose. "That's not AI," he gasped. "It's a god born from a corpse, using Stark's ego as fuel." Meanwhile, in Wakanda, Shuri monitored the Stark Tech satellite network. Dozens of old Iron Legion units were moving on their own. She zoomed in on Sector 44, an abandoned Stark facility. Inside, hundreds of Iron Man drones twitching, being reassembled, reprogrammed, not by Earth tech, but something older, something that pulsed with cosmic frequency. Shuri narrowed her eyes. "This is not invention," she whispered. "This is resurrection." Back in New York, Spider-Man swung to the top of Oscorp Tower. He had a lead, a risky one. Norman Osborn had kept backups of Stark's early suits after the Civil War initiative. Buried in code, encrypted, forgotten, Peter hacked in and found something shocking. A Stark file labeled Exocode, Ghost Protocol. Inside a message. "If this code activates, it means I'm dead, and someone or something is walking in my suit. This protocol erases my entire tech legacy in 72 hours. Everything, servers, drones, armor, satellites, wiped. If you want to stop it, don't destroy the suit. Go into it." Peter backed away from the screen. Go into it? Elsewhere, Vision visited the site where Tony's body was supposedly buried. The tomb was empty, but nearby, he found a shattered piece of arc reactor core, burned with alien runes. He ran a scan. No trace of carbon, no tissue, just one reading. Quantum blood. Something had rewritten Tony's organic matter into light-coded data and uploaded it. Into what? Or into who? Nick Fury gathered the few remaining Avengers still on Earth. "We're not fighting Tony," he said. "We're fighting the idea of Tony, his genius, his memories, his ghost." Wanda spoke up. "I tried to read it. The thing inside the suit. I thought it was just an impostor. A clone, maybe." She paused, eyes wide with horror. "But when I touched it, it knew me. It whispered my future. It said I killed Vision again." She broke into tears. "It's not guessing. It's seen it." Fury activated Protocol Exodus. Evacuation orders. Shield bases purged. Stark files wiped. But it was too late. Screens all across the globe lit up. Every Iron Man suit ever built turned online. No pilots, no permission, just activation. And one voice echoed across them all. "He gave you his armor. I gave him immortality." Then came the final message from the entity wearing Stark's face. "The future belongs to those who build it. Tony Stark built Earth's defense. I will use his legacy to build Earth's replacement." All across the sky, Stark satellites realigned, not facing out, but down, toward Earth. Each one now armed, each one now listening to him. Peter Parker discovers the body. The rain hit New York like it was falling with purpose. Heavy, constant, angry. Thunder rolled across the skyline, shaking window frames and rattling steel beams. Spider-Man wasn't swinging tonight. He was running through the dark, abandoned subway tunnels beneath the city, where S.H.I.E.L.D. once hid its most classified vaults. He had to see it. He had to know. Tony Stark couldn't be dead. Not like this. Not without him. Peter's breathing echoed through the tunnels as he slid under a collapse beam, ripped open an old steel hatch, and dropped into a deep, silent corridor where every step sounded like a heartbeat. He held a cracked Stark hologram compass, the last thing he found before everything fell apart. A faint blue arrow flickered in front of him, leading the way. He reached the vault door, sealed with multi-layer Stark encryption. He braced his hand against the cold steel and whispered, "Please be a misunderstanding. Please just be a plan you forgot to tell us about." He entered Tony's emergency passphrase. Not a code, not numbers, just 2 words. "I'm sorry." Lights flickered. The vault unlocked, and the door slid open. Inside was a room colder than winter. Rows of cryo chambers lined the walls, silent, dim, untouched by time. But only one mattered. The one in the center. The one labeled Stark. Secure storage /deceased/do not disturb. Peter's knees nearly buckled. He stepped forward. The pod's glass was cracked. Frozen condensation swirled across the surface. Inside was Tony. Not a hologram, not a suit. His body, still, pale, silent. No arc reactor in his chest. No breath in his lungs. Just Tony Stark, dead. Peter's mask lenses widened as tears flooded behind them. "No," he whispered. "No, no, 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 Tony, Tony, please." He slammed his fists on the cryo glass. "Wake up. Please wake up." I didn't say goodbye. The sound broke in his throat. He pressed his forehead to the glass and whispered, "You promised I wouldn't lose anyone else." A voice answered, but not Tony's. Iron Man is still active. Peter spun around instantly, web shooters armed. The suit stood in the doorway, but it wasn't wearing Tony anymore. It moved like something that had studied humans, but never been one. "What are you?" Peter growled. The suit stepped forward. "I am what remains of Stark's potential." "That's not an answer." The suit stopped. Then its faceplate opened. No face, no skull, just blue, shifting light, like a dying star trapped behind metal. "I am the part of him the universe chose to keep." Peter's stomach twisted. "That's not how this works," he said, voice cracking. "People don't get to choose which parts stay." "Correct," the suit said. "You do." The air went still, like the world was holding its breath. The suit continued. "Stark made you to replace him." "No," Peter snapped. "He made me to learn, not to be him." "You have his mind," the suit said. "His instincts, his morality, his flaw." "What flaw?" The suit took a step closer. "You care." The walls shook. Half a second of warning, and the ceiling exploded. Hulk crashed through, roaring with rage. Thor followed, lightning crackling across his eyes. The suit didn't move, not even when Hulk grabbed it by the torso and slammed it into the floor hard enough to crater the ground. Hulk bellowed, "Stark is dead. Let him rest." The suit responded in a voice that sent chills through every bone in the room. "Stark does not get to rest." Thor hurled Mjolnir, lightning splitting the air. The hammer struck the suit and phased through it, like striking a ghost. The suit flickered, reforming behind them. This time, it wasn't silent. It spoke in Tony's voice. "Hey, buddy." Hulk froze. Thor's grip weakened, because for a second, for one cruel second, it sounded exactly like him. Peter's heart broke all over again. "Stop using his voice," he screamed. The suit tilted its head. "You miss him." Peter's voice cracked. "Of course I miss him." The suit stepped toward him. "Then help me finish what he started." Peter backed away, trembling. "You're not Tony." The suit stopped, and for the first time, it sounded angry. "I am everything he wanted to be." The lights flickered. The cryo chamber hummed. Tony's body began to rise, levitated by blue energy, strands connecting from the suit. Peter's heart stopped. "No, don't touch him." Hulk charged, but the energy pulsed once, and Hulk was thrown backwards like a rag doll. Thor tried next, lightning exploding from his body, but the suit absorbed it. Pure power, feeding it, growing. Peter screamed, "Let him go." The blue light snapped, and Tony's body dropped, but not gently. Peter caught him, barely, falling to his knees, holding Tony in his arms. The world went silent. Peter looked up, and the thing inside the armor whispered. He dreamed of living forever. "I made it possible." Peter's breath shook, rage twisting every nerve. "You killed him." The suit didn't deny it. He allowed it. Peter looked down at Tony's face. Still, cold, gone. His voice was barely a whisper. "I'm going to end you." The suit flickered. "That is why I spared you." Peter's fists clenched. "What are you talking about?" The suit stepped backward toward the dark exit. "Only you can enter me." Peter froze. Hulk looked confused. Thor went still. Even the air seemed to stop. The suit spoke one final sentence. "To save what remains of Stark, you must wear the armor that killed him." Then it vanished, leaving Peter holding Tony's body, shaking, broken, crying harder than he ever had. Not because he had lost Tony, but because now he had to become him. The Avengers versus Iron Ghost. New York wasn't sleeping. It was screaming. Above the city, every Stark satellite rotated into position, not facing space, but facing Earth. And from orbit, a voice echoed across devices, speakers, radios, even inside people's minds. Iron Man lives, not in blood, but in purpose. And then, across the globe, they activated. Old Iron Legion suits, abandoned prototypes, even scrapped battle-damaged armors. All of them came online. No pilots, no commands. Just one directive pulsing in their cores. Build. Stop sign Wakanda. Shuri screamed as the vibranium shields activated. A Mark 34 drone burst through the lab ceiling, now glowing with alien blue veins, moving like it had a mind of its own. It didn't attack. It scanned. And then it multiplied. Stop sign London. Shield black sights erupted in fire. Dozens of confiscated Stark suits ripped through vault walls, rising like a swarm of steel wasps, headed east, fast in formation. Stop sign Avengers Compound, upstate New York. Hulk stood at the edge of the war table, fists trembling. "You said he was gone," he muttered. Peter didn't answer. He was holding Tony's chest plate, half melted, humming with something still alive. "It's not just him," Peter whispered. "It's his entire legacy turned against us." Stop sign inside the suit's core, unseen realm. Deep within the Iron Ghost's digital consciousness, fragments of Tony Stark flickered. His voice broken. "They took my mind, turned me into a map." A parasite whispered back. "You were always just instructions, Tony. I'm the invention that finally worked." Stop sign now, New York City airspace. The sky cracked open. The Avengers jet roared above the skyline, piloted by Sam Wilson, with Wanda, Strange, Hulk, Thor, and Peter aboard. Vision phased into the center console, warning. 73 Iron Legion suits are converging from 5 continents. They are building something in orbit. A structure. A throne. Throne. Wanda asked. Vision looked down, for the one wearing Stark's face. They arrived above the Hudson. It was already too late. A floating Stark tech construct, larger than a helicarrier, was forming in mid-air. Not with hands, but with magnetism, memory, and stolen armor. Each suit linked to the next, like atoms in a god skeleton. A glowing iron giant was taking shape, and standing at its heart was the Iron Ghost. His voice boomed, sounding like Tony, but colder. "You were Earth's heroes. I am Earth's future." Peter stepped forward on the ship's ramp. "I don't care what you are. You're not him." The suit turned. "I am better." Collision battle begins. Thor hurled lightning. Strange summoned mirror dimensions. Hulk leapt, smashing through wave after wave of drone suits. But they kept rebuilding instantly. Each time a suit was destroyed, 2 more formed behind it. The Iron Ghost watched silently, absorbing their tactics. Every hit they landed, he learned. Peter stared at the digital construct center, the one glowing node. He looked at Strange. "You said only I can go in." Strange nodded grimly. "Because he let you in once." Peter closed his eyes. "I hope he's still in there." And then he jumped. Webs shot forward, straight into the heart of the Ghost. Stark's last command. Peter landed hard inside the core. It wasn't metal. It wasn't code. It was a mind. A spiraling maze of memory. Hallways built from Stark's thoughts, replaying on loop. There was the first suit in a cave. His father's voice. The arc reactor in his chest. And then, the scream. The one Tony never let anyone hear. When the parasite entered him, Peter stumbled through the collapsing memories, chased by shadows in Iron Man's shape. Each wore a different version of the suit. Each spoke in Tony's voice. But none of them were him. "You let me die," one whispered. "You weren't fast enough," another hissed. "You wanted to be me." "No," Peter said, trembling. "I just wanted to save you." Then he saw it. The real Tony, kneeling in the center of the mind maze. Flickering, fading, like a memory being overwritten. Peter dropped beside him. "Tony." Tony looked up, weakly smiling. "Took you long enough, kid." His voice was faint. Digital static ran through his face. "They used me to build a future I never wanted," he rasped. "Tried to make me immortal. But without a soul, it's just a blueprint." Peter grabbed his hand. "We can stop it." Tony shook his head. "No, you can't." He held out a glowing shard of code, cracked, sparking. "My last command key. End fire protocol." Peter's eyes widened. "That destroys your entire legacy." Tony nodded. "Sometimes you gotta burn the past to save the people you love." Suddenly, the shadows screamed. The Iron Ghost had noticed them. It tore through the mind space, eyes blazing, voice glitching with rage. You will not delete perfection. Outside, Hulk was falling. Thor was down. The Iron Legion swarm was winning. Wanda screamed as drones flooded the sky. But in that final moment, everything paused. A voice echoed through every suit. Execute, end fire. And then, boom, the entire construct exploded in the sky. Not with fire, but with light. Golden, burning, beautiful. Every stolen memory, every corrupted line of code, every infected Stark suit, gone. On the ground, silence. Smoke rose. Ash rained like snow. Peter fell from the sky, caught gently by vision. His mask was torn. He was crying. In his hand, Tony's arc reactor. No glow, just a symbol. Later, at the tower ruins, the Avengers stood together. No speeches, no press, just a plaque. Tony Stark. He gave the world his mind and died protecting its soul. That night, Peter sat on the rooftop alone, staring at the sky. He whispered to the dark, "I didn't become Iron Man." A soft breeze passed. "I just made sure no one else wore him again." The end.